Why not?
Okay.
Um,
All right. We're now going to go onto your platforms, because obviously you use multiple platforms, not going to specify one. You've touched a little bit on what people expect. And obviously you're a bi guy, you'll do gay scenes, straight scenes, you'll go down the kink route. If they were to sign up to your platform, other than the things you specified, what are people going to expect? Because I don't think you do pay-per-view unlockable content, do you?
well, I mean, basically, I've been slinging my willy around since I was under 18. Let's put it that way. Back before any of these platforms existed, like I started off doing webcam when the only site out there was Adult Work and My Free Cams, and I wasn't even 18 at the time.
Very naughty.
And I'd done it I'd done it to pay for myself to be able to go to school. And then throughout university and stuff, and I'd done things like stripping, escorting, all that sort of stuff to start with. I then also done commercial porn, commercial straight boy girl porn, which obviously was terribly paid, atrocious. But obviously you then realize people are making money out of it. And over this time, people are then saying to me, oh, you should do videos, or can you do me a custom video, all this sort of stuff. So then as early as like 2009 or 10, I had my own website. Back in the days where you could, and I had a website set up with Amazon Web Services, was hosting content, and it was being streamed. CCBIL was my payment provider, who's the same payment merchant that OnlyFans are using, and you used to have to pay them a yearly subscription for MasterCard, Visa, etc. And it was all risk assessed and everything. And I did all that. I did my own site, and I had that for a while. Then come round to about 2016 to 18, I had about a 2-year, not hiatus, but it's kind of stopped, and a load of mental health issues and everything. And then coming into the end of 2017, a friend of mine said, hey, you should do an OnlyFans. And I was like, no, I can't be asked. He's like, let me do it for you. So he done it, and then sort of a month later, he made $5,000. I was like, okay, so maybe there's something in this. So then I started off with that, but very quickly we got into a situation with OnlyFans where it was like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. So I then started having to differentiate out to other platforms. I had a ManyVids account because they've been around for forever. So I started putting stuff on there. I started putting stuff on Just for Fans, Dominic's site, which is a great site, just doesn't have the same traffic as OnlyFans. Pornhub, I think I've got over 1 million views on there. And I started putting content out like that. And I wasn't really thinking about it too much at the time. But then, obviously, as the money started increasing, it became more profitable. I started to think, okay, what am I doing with this? Essentially, I came around to the feeling of it depends on your market. So for a mainstream girl, there's girls, so I'll say a guy called Jamie Allen, who, if you don't know, is he's the daddy, basically, when it comes to making money out of adult content in the UK. And it's probably the person I listen to most out of anybody when it comes to the business end of this. Now, a mainstream girl is going to be able to have 200,000 fans on OnlyFans on a free page, which means she's got a massive market to sell content to. So if she's selling that content to all those people, even at $3, you assume a 0.1% uptake, she's still making a lot of money. So that's how they're making £1 million a year. Now, with people that are not that mainstream, that business model doesn't make sense, because let's say I put, I don't know, what is there, 10K fans on my free page, it's still only 10K to send it out to. So the uptake's a lot less. So I realized, and when I had my site originally, I realized that when I had people paying more per month, but in a way that they felt they get more value for it, it worked. An American friend of mine who runs a site called Thunders, which is a big wrestling site, one of my best mates, and he'd always said to me, the cost of parking, what will people pay for a day's parking in capital city? That's about where you want to target it. So $30, I thought, okay. And everyone else, I know everyone else charges a lot less, which is fine. but my theory was it's $1 a day.
Yeah.
For $1 a day on my platforms, just for fans, Onlyfans, there's 400 plus full videos. They're not like teasers, they're not clips. They're full 10 to 30-minute videos. And the content ranges from solo, jerk-off stuff, dildo stuff, boy-girl stuff, everything you can think of, guy stuff, everything you can think of. I've even started bottoming. You've got trans stuff. Yeah, got trans stuff. You've got fetish stuff. So you've got dungeon stuff, fisting, medical. You've got like macro stuff. So that's where I'm like a giant crushing like tiny cities. Yeah. You've got lift and carry. You've got verbal stuff. You've got physical domination. You've got full-on wrestling. You've got kinky wrestling where wrestling turns into sex. You've got literally everything. Foot worship. You've got every kink you can think of, especially the really obscure niche ones. I do. Now, obviously, there's certain things you can't do with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So what I then did, obviously, is I was like, okay, I can't post this on OnlyFans. Can I post this on Just for Fans? Great. Oh, I can't post this on Just for Fans. Many vids, or just down the line. So there are certain stuff I can't post. Not my fault. I would give them everything if I could.
Yeah.
But that stuff, filters out to the little minor platforms. Because again, it's trying to mitigate the risk. You don't want to piss OnlyFans off and get yourself banned.
Exactly.
For the sake of posting one bit of content that 5% of your fans care about.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I mean, in terms of what's on my platforms, pretty much everything. And if people, I've had people say, oh, you should do this, I should do that. If it's a sensible idea that's physically possible, I tend to do it.